Hello my dear friends, you're on the Military Summary channel, and this short update we are going to discuss the situation in Ukraine on the 30th of March of 2023 according to the local time. We will discuss the updates that took place during the previous 10 hours. And first we're going to discuss Bakhmut. The Russian source map has been updated. Now the Russians are saying that the Russians established control over almost the entire area on the south of Krasnskova Street, this one. As you can see, they moved their grain border right to the edge of the street. The Institute of Study of War shows almost the same picture. They are saying that the Russians control this residential area, but furthermore, the Institute of Study of War are saying that the Russians managed to cross Krasnskova Street and to establish their bridgehead on another side of this wide street. So we can say that the Russians, according to the Institute of Study of War, established control over this area as well. And this is very important because, as we discussed, there are a lot of buildings in this area that Ukrainians uses as a sniper position to attack the Russians while they're trying to cross the area. So now we see that the Russians have almost secured and have almost solved this issue. But this is not the most important piece of information. Another piece of news are coming from this area between the stadium and the Bakhmut town hall. As you know, yesterday in the evening the Russians started storming this area. They still haven't established control. There is some kind of clearing operation. The Ukrainians are sending reserves to stop the Russians and not allow them to establish control over this area. So I believe that maybe today, within a day, we're going to receive more updates about this area, and maybe by the end of this day the Russians will be able to establish control over entire town hall, stadium, and the south of Bakhmut. But this is also not the most important interesting piece of information. Today the Russian sources, the Russian telegram channels and the officers, Wagnerians on the ground published very interesting interview of Ukrainian soldier who was captured inside Bakhmut. He was asked several questions, and there was another interesting information. This prisoner of war reported that all the roads that connect Chasiv Yar and Bakhmut are under fire, and it's very difficult to use these roads because of fire control. And also he added that I'm not saying that I haven't seen this by my own eyes. I'm not talking about the interview of this prisoner of war. I'm talking about the thing that he was talking about. He told us that there is underground tunnels between Chasiv Yar and Bakhmut that Ukrainians uses to support forces in Bakhmut. They're not so big, they're not so wide, but the Ukrainians are able to use and to support at least partially this town. And these roads, underground roads, is not enough to support the entire forces in Bakhmut, but at least they can support some level of this support inside the town. And he didn't tell the exact coordinates of those underground tunnels between Chasiv Yar and Bakhmut. But if you remember, many videos ago we discussed the situation. I told you that I think, as I understand, there are a lot of underground facilities under Solidar and in the north of Bakhmut, and I told you that I believe that there is a very high possibilities that there should be some kind of tunnel between Chasiv Yar and Bakhmut. And today we received the first confirmation of this situation. And now, to tell the truth, these underground tunnels explain me everything. Why the Ukrainians still in Bakhmut, why they took a decision to continue clashes and not to step back and to retreat from this town, no matter the operational or even tactical encirclement of this town. So this is very interesting piece of information. The question is what the Russians are going to do with this information, how they're going to destroy these tunnels, how they're going to cut this area. I don't know whether they have such type of weapon or not, but we'll see what is going to be next. And that's it for today. Military Summary channel reminds you condemn any violence in Ukraine. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to my channel, put your likes, join my Patreon, and have a good day. Bye bye.